Dedicated to the great outdoors, it's Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton. Southern Woods and Waters is brought to you by Gander Mountain, Greenform Construction, the Burns Insurance Group, Cunningham Buick GMC, Nashville Marine, America's Motorsports, and now here's Hugh.
All right, welcome everyone to this Thursday night's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. And boy, the woods and waters are catching it out there tonight. There's snow falling. We've been told that we might have a 2-inch accumulation. Fish don't know what to do. Deer don't know what to do. They're not used to seeing this white stuff. Neither am I, for that matter. So just hang tight. I hope you got a warm place to be right now on a comfy couch or a comfy chair and sit back and enjoy the show tonight. We are talking white-tailed deer. Now, we're going to be talking some kind of, there's going to be a good guy, bad guy kind of attitude around here. And we're going to try and let you chime in tonight. We're going to ask that the phone lines be opened a little early tonight during the second segment. Give a little bit more opportunity for people to call in. I want to introduce my guest to you tonight. I have with me the one, the only, Brandon Dowdy. Brandon, thank you for being on here, buddy.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Brandon owns a lawn care, landscaping type of business.
Irrigation, hardscaping, things like that.
But you also do things for hunters, such as go in and check out their...
Try to help people out, just help them with the management of their herd, just give them ideas on what they might do to improve their hunting on their property. I mostly like to help people with smaller properties, help them learn how to manage on small properties.
Now, when you say, is there much management, say, on 50-acre tract?
Absolutely, there can be. What we have to do, as far as if we want to manage to our top potential, is make sure that we're doing our part. If you have 50 acres and you're doing your part on that 50 acres, that's really the best that you can do. What I suggest when you're limited like that is to try to get your neighbors involved. Get over there and talk to your neighbors, talk to them, see what they're seeing, see what their management goals are. Let them know what yours are. A lot of times, you might be that guy across the other side of the fence, if you know what I mean.
That's right.
So yeah, the way I look at that is just make sure that we're doing our part and try to work with our neighbors and those around us. And absolutely, there's some great deer that get shot every year off of 50-acre plots. I know guys that shoot good deer every year off 10-acre plots. If you have the right 10 acres in the right spot and those around you are contributing, it can be real good.
We've had a great banner year as far as deer harvest, and a potential world record has been set right here in Sumner County. Kind of puts us on the map, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely. And a lot of people forget there was another possible typical state record shot in Sumner County as well.
That's right.
And that happened just prior to the 300-inch deer.
And not far apart.
No, not far apart, and it actually kind of took some attention away from the other one. But yeah, there are some big deer that have been shot over the last several years, but this year especially, there has really been some nice bucks taken.
We know for a fact, and you and I have talked about this, it takes 3 factors to make a big deer. It takes the environment, it takes age, and it takes the genetics.
Right.
So you got those 3 combos have to come together. Tennessee finally breaking the plane, you think? Or
I think they are, and I think that it's always been there, to be honest. There's been guys that have shot, consistently some real nice deer, for a long time now. I do think that we're moving ahead as far as more mature bucks, larger deer and things like that. But I think there's several factors that play into that. I think are somewhat the regulations have helped, but I personally think one of the biggest factors in there have been, 2 things. One being game cameras.
Oh yeah.
And I can talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. And the other one being social media. There's a lot of goods and bads to social media that we could argue a lot both ways. But one thing it has done is it has shown people what's really out there. And before, when we would just hear, well, we heard about a guy that shot a 150 over in Dixon, and we heard a guy shot this over here. Well, now we're seeing them.
Now we actually get to see a picture
That's
of them.
right, and I think it's made people realize more that, hey, we're no different than anywhere else. I mean, the state agency here has done a fabulous job, over the years, getting deer in here, managing them, and getting the numbers to where they need to be. The numbers are fantastic, as a matter of fact. But now people realize that if that is what they want to do, they can manage to try to shoot some big deer, and they're here. It is very possible to do.
You and I discussed earlier, we both are members of it, and that's 10deer.com. It's a great place for people to get involved on the social media side. I like it because everybody on there seems to be willing to help. If somebody's got a question, I've seen all kinds of questions. What caliber would you use to deer hunt? What do you think about a 45 caliber muzzleloader? All the stuff, and guys and gals are willing to give them answers. That's helped, I think, tremendously to bring new people into the sport, and to where they don't feel intimidated. They can go on there and just ask a question.
Right, and it's, they're kind of detached. It's not a face-to-face.
That's right. It's not a face-to-face feel, and as long as you don't know what I look like, I can change my name.
That's right. That's right. And it has been very helpful. A lot of people have been able to get on there and get information from other hunters, and there are a lot of helpful people there.
It also helped. I saw where people were going, the rut's on. I saw, one of the first bits of news that I saw was a guy posted that he saw one buck chasing 3 does, and that was like the very first thing I heard about the chasing stage was going on. Yeah. So when you say social media, getting involved in something like that kind of a forum will help you out tremendously.
It can. It gives you information as what's going on. What did this guy see down the road? What did this guy see across the state?
That's right.
But it does, it can be a very valuable tool as far as knowing what's going on.
2 buck limit. Is it working?
I don't think that I don't think it's been enough time yet for us to really see a difference with the 2 buck limit as far as the size of deer, this, that, and the other. There have been more big deer killed. The limit itself has not necessarily grown any big deer. What it really is kind of happening is people now are being a little more selective. So it's been good for a lot of people, but what's going on is a guy that may have shot the first 6-pointer that walked out last year, let him walk this year.
You bet.
And what happened 15 minutes later? Here come big boy, come walking down the field, and so a lot of times that has happened this year with people. Not that the 2 buck limit has not protected some deer, but when you're looking at 1 to 3%, something like that were shooting 3 bucks previously, you're looking at anywhere 2,000, 3,000 deer across the whole state. Which broken down by county, that's not very many deer that have really been saved by the 2 buck limit. I think a lot of it is again people knowing that
there's a limit.
That's right, and there's more people now. If me and you are hunting farms next to one another, and I'm letting them go and you're letting them go, and we both know that, there's that confidence factor there. And because of that, I do think that the quality of the deer is definitely going to go up.
All right, hold on to those thoughts there, Brandon, because when we come back from our break, we're going to go ahead and get in depth about that a little bit more. Now, I want to do our deal of the week. It's being brought to you by Murfreesboro Outdoors, Randy Bolin. You got to go check him out. Man, he's got everything. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, he is carrying the very brand new sniper hunting product trail cameras, and we're going to talk in depth about those trail cameras, but you got to check them out at Murfreesboro Outdoors. This week's deal of the week is Nashville Marine has a 2017 year model Phoenix 919, and that bad boy is ready to go right there. That has nothing on it but go. And just a really sweet ride. If you've never been in a Phoenix, you owe it to yourself. Go out there to Nashville Marine. They will give you a demo ride out there. And by the way, we may be we're going to be giving you an announcement, but Nashville Marine is moved to their new location.
That's right. It's nice too.
It is very nice, Brandon. Very nice. David McMurray, we wish him all the best and all of his fine folks he's got out there. He managed to get Dayton Blair a job.
I don't know whether to think of that as a good thing or not, but he sure
We
did.
love him.
We love him. That's right.
I just hope he's not watching this show horizontal through his toes. You and I look kind of funny through his
At least he fried us
toes.
some fish before we left, right?
That's right, and we're going to talk about that too. Jimbo had us some tilapia made for tonight, so we appreciate Jimbo doing that. Right now, we want to also tell you, please check us out on Facebook at Southern Woods and Waters, our Facebook page. Like us, share us. Matter of fact, Brandon did just that, made a comment, and now he's living proof that I will make sure you get on the show and talk about what your passion is. And Brandon wanted to talk about the deer and what he thought and what was going on and what you think about the deer herd in Tennessee. And so he made the comment. I put him on the spot. So
You did that.
check
for sure.
it out. Facebook, Southern Woods and Waters. Send us your pictures. You can do anything. Question us, comment for us. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to take a quick break, visit some of our fine sponsors that make this show available to you each and every week. We'll be right back with more Southern Woods and Waters.